welcome to my channel. Today I'll be discussing 5 tips that will help you grow long, healthy, natural hair. Now the first tip that I'll be talking about is developing a wash schedule. Now, some persons are under the impression that if they don't wash their hair, then it will grow faster. So they may not wash their hair for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. No, trust me, that's not the case. The main reason why these persons are able to see results is because they're not constantly manipulating their hair. So they're not combing their hair every day, they just leave their hair alone. While that may be good, there is also a downside to not washing your hair for a lot of months. Now, one thing that can happen is you can get scalp irritation. Your hair can become very dry and brittle, and you can get breakage that's due to product buildup. Now, it's very important that we cleanse our scalp as well as wash our hair. Now, it's recommended that persons with Afro-textured hair, that they should wash their hair every 7 to 10 days. Now, it's very beneficial to do that, as washing your hair will allow you to remove all the weeks and days of various products on your hair, and it also allows you to clean your scalp. Now, when you clean your scalp, you can be able to rub your scalp and stimulate your scalp. That will also increase blood circulation, so that's good. Increased blood circulation will increase your growth. Now, the second tip that I'll be talking about is finding a low manipulation style that will work for you. Now, low manipulation styles can be twist outs. Now, this is an example of a twist out. It can be braid out, it can be flat twist outs, bantu knots and bantu knot outs. Now, low manipulation styles are more beginner friendly. So if you're just starting your natural hair journey or you don't really, protective styles don't really work so well for you, then I will suggest that you choose low manipulation styles. Now, some persons may do protective styles and not get any results, meaning that they may have their hair braided for 2 to 3 months, and when they pull it out, the hair is the same length. Now, this can be the case that you're not taking on your protective styles properly. So if you get 1 inch of growth or just a half an inch of growth for that hair they had in the hairstyle, then when you're pulling down your hair, probably cause breakage, so then you don't get to see that length that you had retained. So if you're having problems taking on a protective style or protective styles just don't work for you, then I would suggest that you try low manipulation styles. These are very good as you will still have access to your scalp as well as your hair, so that's a plus. Now the third tip that I'll be talking about is finding products that are suitable for your hair porosity. Now, porosity is very important in understanding your hair and moisture retention and hydration. Now, porosity basically is the ability of the hair to absorb moisture. Now, persons who have low porosity hair type, these persons tend to prefer products that are more water-based, and they tend to like products that contains oils, but the oils should be lightweight. While persons who have a higher porosity hair type, these persons tend to gravitate more towards products that contain a lot of oils and butters, while they actually enjoy using butters that are heavier than persons with low porosity hair. High porosity hair type also benefit from using aloe vera, as this allows their cuticle to be laid so their hair feel more soft to the touch. Now, the first thing that you will do if you don't know your porosity, you will just go and do a porosity test. So there are several tests that you can do. A simple one that I can go through now is you're going to, after you have shampooed your hair, you're going to just take up a single strand of your hair and just rub your finger against the strand. If your strand feels smooth, then you have low porosity hair. However, if your strand feels a bit rough, if the length of your strand feels a bit rough, then you will have high porosity hair type. Now, the fourth tip that I'll be discussing is proper detangling technique. Now, plenty of times, persons just feel like the hair can't grow the hair not growing. Like my hair has been the same length for several years and nothing isn't happening for me. Now this can be the fact that you're just handling your hair too rough. You go in with the brush, you detangle your hair dry. That's a big no-no. So what I can suggest is that anytime you're going to detangle your hair, ensure that your hair is saturated with water or rinse out conditioner or oil. This will lubricate your strands so it's easy for them to glide past each other and not tangle. Now, after you have added your lubrication to your hair, then I suggest that you finger detangle gently. After you finger detangle your hair, then you go in and use your white tooth comb. I suggest that you comb from the ends of your hair working upwards until you get to the roots of your hair. Now, during this time, if you come about any single strand knots or tangles, gently remove the tangles. If you're not able to remove the knots, then I suggest that you use a shear to remove the knots. Definitely don't just rip out the knot from your hair. That will cause split ends down the line and you don't want that. So after you use your comb, if you want a more thorough detangling result, then I suggest that you go in with a brush. Definitely don't use the board brush that we use to slip back our hair. Use like an easy detangler or a tangle teaser to detangle your hair. You're going to use the brush in the same motion as the comb. So you're going to work from the ends of your hair moving upward until you get to the roots. That's what you will do. Now, if you have a lot of shed hair, or well, it depends on you. So if you look this week, you wash your hair and you see that you have a small clump, just continue to monitor the size of the clump and don't be alarmed. You see that you're getting a lot of shedding now. First thing that I'll suggest that you do is look back and see if you're eating correctly. Then I'll suggest that you try to ensure that you're not detangling your hair too rough and causing unnecessary breakage. If you check all of that and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then I'll suggest that you go to the doctor. Now the final tip, the fifth tip that I'll be discussing is basically hair maintenance. So that includes your trimming and your protein treatments and products that contain protein. So trimming is suggested by cosmetologists and other licensed professionals in that field that you should trim your hair every 3 months. Now from my experience, I believe that you should trim your hair when it's needed. Because sometimes you can just be trimming and you're trimming off your roots and nothing is wrong with the hair. So I suggest that you check your ends and you see if it needs to be trimmed. So if you're having issues now with detangling your hair, all of a sudden you need a trim. You can check your hair. If you see that you have a lot of split ends or knots and it's getting tangled like way easily. If you twist up your hair and you anticipate and it's hard to loosen out, then you might need a trim. So I suggest that you trim your hair at that time. Now if you have a stylist, then you can just go to your stylist and let them deal with that part of it. Now when it comes to protein treatments and products that contain protein, it's a popular belief that everyone needs to be using protein. But from my research, I realized that not all hair types need protein. Persons who have strong hair that hasn't been damaged by either mechanical means or chemical means, it's not recommended that these persons who fall in this category to use protein treatments. Now, if you have a hair type that has been chemically altered, like if you bleach your hair, you dye your hair, you perm it, you cream it, or you add some form of rings to the hair, or like you constantly heat styling your hair like every week, then these persons are to use protein treatments. Now protein treatments are very strong treatments. They contain a good concentration of protein compared to products that just contain protein. So if you have minimal hair damage, that's like from washing or styling your hair, then I suggest that these persons use products that contain protein. Now products that contain protein contain protein level of 0.25 to 1% protein. So these have a low concentration of protein compared to products that are classified as protein treatments. So products that contain protein can be a shampoo, a rinse out conditioner, or a leave-in conditioner. So if you have minimal damage, then I suggest that you use these products that contain protein. So what you're doing when you're going to purchase your products, you can just go ahead and check the ingredient list, see if you see a protein there. If you're not sure of the proteins, you can just Google some like common proteins that are in cosmetic products. Check if these are on the products that you're buying, and then you can apply them to your hair. Now, for my hair type, I have low porosity hair, and my hair, it's not extremely damaged, it's not chemically treated, and had any color to my hair, so it's basically virgin natural hair still. However, of course, I have some minimal damage because of like everyday, like style, not everyday, but because of styling and washing like over the weeks and so forth. So what I do is I apply like protein treatments every 4 months to my hair. But I don't have to take that route. I could apply like products that contain protein to my hair. But instead of doing it every 4 months, I would do it like every 3 months. Now the thing is, you want to be careful when you're using protein on your hair because that can lead to protein overload, and this can be very damaging to your hair. You can get breakage, and that will hold you back from getting the length that you want. So with everything, there is a good and bad to it. So I say, if you're using these products, monitor your hair so your hair reacts to it and find a schedule that works best for your hair because every hair is unique. Now those are all the 5 tips that I have. I'll recap them very quickly so you can jot them down back. So the first one is developing a wash schedule. The second tip is finding low manipulation styles that are suitable for you. The third tip is finding products that are suitable for your porosity. The fourth tip is proper detangling technique, and the fifth tip is hair maintenance. Now thank you for watching this video. Hope you have learned something, or you enjoyed the video. So you can come back next time, or you can just simply subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you can know when I post my next video. And if you want us to have a little conversation, you can comment below. Thanks for watching.